Vernon looks like a dream on paper. Crystal clear lakes, ski hills, vineyards, and that small city charm that so many people are chasing right now. But for a lot of people who move here, the reality doesn't always match the brochure. Because while Vernon has a ton to offer, natural beauty, a relaxed pace, strong sense of community, there are a few things newcomers don't always expect until they've been here for a while. And once you've unpacked, settled in, and started your new routine, that feeling of regret can creep in fast if you weren't ready for some of the challenges. So in this video, I'm going to share the top reasons people regret their move to Vernon, along with what you can do to avoid those same mistakes. So let's start with the biggest one, and that is employment. Vernon offers a great lifestyle, but the local job market is smaller and more specialized than what you'll find in a big city. A lot of the economy here revolves around tourism, trades, and healthcare, so higher paying roles can be somewhat limited. That being said, remote work has changed the game here. Many new residents now live in Vernon for the lifestyle while keeping their jobs in larger cities or working online. And for some entrepreneurs, the lower overhead and tight-knit community can be a real advantage. So the key takeaway here, know your income plan before you move, and Vernon can deliver the work-life balance that you're looking for. And next up is the cost of living. Vernon is more affordable than Kelowna, but the gap has been shrinking over the past few years. Home prices and rents have climbed steadily, although they have actually been coming down more recently over the past 2 or 3 years. But Vernon is a smaller community, so it can take a lot of time and patience to find the right place. Everyday costs are also a bit higher than many expect, from utilities to services to the cost of recreation. It's what locals here call the sunshine tax. But here's the upside to real estate in the Vernon area. What you pay for, you usually get more of. Larger lots, quieter streets, and a slower pace of life that's tough to find anywhere else. If you plan your move strategically, Vernon still offers incredible value compared to the bigger markets. And the third reason you may regret your move to Vernon is choosing the wrong neighborhood. Vernon has a mix of urban convenience and rural charm, but each area feels completely different. For example, East Hill has character homes and views. Coldstream offers acreage and privacy, and newer developments around Middleton Mountain and Predator Ridge attract those wanting something more modern. The key is knowing what kind of lifestyle you want. If you're looking for quiet, a small town pace, you'll find it here. But if you're used to nightlife or constant entertainment, you might take time to adjust, or you may want to consider Kelowna as a larger alternative. Now, number 4 on the list here, let's talk about infrastructure and getting around in Vernon. Vernon's layout is scenic but spread out. You'll likely depend on a car for most errands, and public transit is limited here compared to larger cities. So for people coming from the lower mainland or Calgary, that can be an adjustment for you. Commuting is generally easy. Most drives are, under 15 minutes or so, being a smaller city. But if you're traveling between nearby towns or the Kelowna airport, for example, expect some extra planning around that, obviously. Overall, the city of Vernon has been investing in roads, roundabouts, and pedestrian corridors to keep up with growth. It's a work in progress, but that's part of living in a community that is still evolving. So yes, you'll do a little more driving here, but you'll also trade traffic lights for lake and mountain views. And for most people, that's a very fair trade. Now let's talk about the weather, because it's both a blessing and a challenge here being in the Okanagan. Vernon has a true 4-season living. Summers are hot and dry, which is great for boating, hiking, and wine touring, but it can also bring wildfire smoke and higher air conditioning bills during those months. Winters here are milder than, say, the prairies, but still bringing snow and icy roads, especially in, the hillside neighborhoods when you're a little higher up, like in East Hill and Middleton Mountain. And if you're moving from, say, further in the West Coast and Vancouver area, the colder, drier air might take somewhat getting used to. But for outdoor lovers, this is paradise. Skiing at Silver Star, paddleboarding in Kalamalka Lake, once you adapt to the rhythm of the seasons, you'll see why so many people never want to leave here. Now, there's one more thing to be aware of, and that's the challenges that come with growth. Like many cities in BC, Vernon has been dealing with the rise of homelessness and some visible social issues, specifically in the downtown area. It doesn't define the city, but it's something new residents should certainly be aware of. Now, the positive side here is that the community is being proactive with this, with housing initiatives, outreach programs, and city-led efforts aimed to improving livability here for everyone. Residents here are proud of the sense of community that's still very much alive here in Vernon. Now, here's the good news. If you know these realities going in, Vernon can easily become one of the best decisions you ever make. The city offers stunning scenery, a welcoming community, and a lifestyle that's becoming harder and harder to find anywhere else in Canada. It's not perfect, no place is, but if you plan your move with the right expectations, Vernon delivers in a big way. So if you are thinking about making a move to Vernon, send me a text message to the number on the screen and we can start chatting about your goals and your move. I'll walk you through the neighborhood's pricing and lifestyle differences so you can make a move that fits your goals. And in this next video, I break down the key differences between living in Kelowna versus Vernon.